she's going to have some of Asda's finest.
Here with Gary. Check this thing out. Not one for the purists. Rear window louver. 6-link retro Ford goodies. Proper sorted. Pretty extensive cage. Got launch control. What a machine. That was loads of fun. Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Marcus Hayes and today you join me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat from the cockpit of my favourite car, ENSTA, the ST170 powered Mark 1 Escort. Now today we are going to look at something seriously cool, but first ENSTA needs some fuel, so I'm going to stop off at the Shell garage and give her some V-power.
Oh no.
You sharp?
It looks like it.
Local Shell's closed. She is so low on fuel. It's not good.
Looks like she's going to have some of Asda's finest.
I'm going to have to try not to redline it because it looks like she's getting some 95 ROM. Dear oh dear. That's all she's getting of that crap. A lot of queues for the petrol stations. I hope there's not another fuel crisis. Anyway, I just flicked the ignition on after putting that fuel in ENSTA and the battery light didn't come on. I was messing around with the wires behind the dash, but as it turned out, the plug had come out of the alternator. I think ENSTA must have spat the plug out of her alternator because she don't like that fuel I just put in there. Sorry darling, you'll get some V-power later. Alright, so today we're going to visit a subscriber called Gary who owns a seriously cool looking Mark 2 Escort that he actually drives every day. It's quite heavily modified and some of the modifications are probably going to leave a sour taste in the mouths of some of the anoraks out there, which I can certainly appreciate. Now Gary just happens to have one of the 1800 Zetec sumps that I need. If you've been watching my videos you'll remember that I picked up another one from a guy called Ant, and yeah, Gary's got another one which is going to be perfect to get converted to rear-wheel drive, and then that will mean I'll be able to put a decent rear-wheel drive Zetec sump on this car and on Maud. I've already sent the first donor sump to the company that's doing the conversion, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to never having to worry about oil leaks on these cars. Satnav's taken us into London, which is never an exciting drive. Esther's getting plenty of looks from passers-by though. So we're going upstairs, yeah? So we have made it. Later than planned, but let's be honest, I'm never on time for anything. I'm here with Gary. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for inviting us down. And as I mentioned on the way down here, we're here to check out his super cool Mark 2 Escort. Check this thing out. So as you can see, this Mark 2 Escort is definitely not one for the purists. Check out that custom front grille that Gary made himself. I absolutely love it. This car's got the same LED headlights that I've got fitted to ENSTA. Got a front spoiler down there. Oh, I should mention as well, Gary's actually wired up the indicator function on these headlights. And yeah, all the holes where the bumpers would have normally been mounted to have been smoothed off. As you can see, the car is arched and it's running these sort of universal arches, which is a nice change from the Mark 2 Escort rally car arches that you normally see on these cars. It's got a set of 7J Lotus Rep steels, some sort of eBay wing mirrors. The interior is really racy. We'll have a look at that in a minute. It's got a cage in it and that. Check out the rear window louver. Loving that. Yeah, no bumper on the back either. Gary has built this car to be used. It's not a showpiece, but I absolutely love the way it looks. Got a really cool build in the boot, which I'll show you in a minute. But first, I want to get under here and show you the rear axle. This car is actually running a Capri Atlas, and as you can see, it's 6-linked Absolutely love these things on the diff cover rather than having a panhard rod. Proper setup. Coilovers on the rear. In terms of suspension, this car is proper sorted. It's got coilovers on the front, just a weld-on kit. You can just see there this car's running compression struts as well. I suppose we'll have a look at the business end now. Aero catches on the bonnet. And as you can see, we've got an 1800 silver top Zetec, running on twin 40 Webers. Got a bias pedal box. I like how this has been fabricated to hold the reservoirs. This was actually like it when he bought the car. Got a really cool alloy rad, which is actually running a header tank, which is mounted under here. That's really cool. And got an oil breather set up here. And you said you got a 2 litre Zetec to go in it at some point.
When this one goes.
Yeah, when it goes bang.
It will go bang.
See, the engine's got plenty of retro Ford goodies. Got the water rail, the exhaust manifold. It's got retro Ford engine mounts as well. The alternator bracket setup was actually on the engine when he bought it. I should mention as well, this car is running a 6-speed Mazda RX-8 gearbox, like what I've got in INSTA. So yeah, plenty of fun.
Yeah.
Now, I will give you a quick look at the interior. As you can see, the car's fully caged. Pretty extensive cage actually, loving that. Got a set of Cobra Monaco Sport bucket seats and harnesses. Hydro handbrake, got launch control on the hydro, loving that. Really cool switch panel. The engine's all controlled by a Nodis Pro ignition module from Motorsport Electronics. Got some Smith gauges in the dash pod. Nice furry dash top. Got an STR steering wheel, which is actually quick release. I love STR steering wheels, I've got them on both of my Escorts. But yeah, as you can see, proper car, built to be used. Yeah, another thing I really like about this car is the build inside the boot. So yeah, as you can see, it's got a proper shaped alloy fuel tank. Really cool twin pump setup. Got the spare wheel in the middle of the boot floor, and he's relocated the battery to the boot, which is something I was too lazy to do on my cars. Proper car. Right, so Gary's very kindly going to take me for a spin. So how long have you had this one?
Since 2014.
Yeah. And you said when you bought it, it was green.
Yeah.
And then you resprayed it yourself.
Yeah.
In the blue colour it is.
Last lockdown.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people got busy on their cars during lockdown, didn't they? Launch control pops and bangs. So you're saying when you bought this car, it had the turrets and stuff
roll
for the
cage,
suspension,
yeah,
so you ran it on leaf springs for a while.
That's it.
Yeah. And then through the Capri axle.
When you got the Capri, I was like, right, do it all. Got the 6-link.
And you done the welding front coilovers as well.
Yeah, I've done all the welding.
Yeah.
Not very good at it. It's got a long gear in it though.
Oh, the diff gear. Okay, yeah.
It's really long.
Well, I'm planning to put a 4.1 in my Mark 1, but then I won't use first.
No, but that's what I mean. It needs something.
You want it to be a bit more revvy.
Oh yeah, like a bit more perky off the line. It don't really like, you got to give it something to like get it going. See what I mean? It's in the clutch, like it's, don't like it. Just everywhere's traffic now.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. You
yeah. No, that's it. Nah, it's just cool to go for a spin in it, man. Love it. What brakes you got on it? Yeah. Yeah, you're saying about your 10-year-old son made your gear knob.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's awesome. Turned it down in the lathe and that. Start him young.
That's it.
He'll be wanting you to build him a car soon.
Or even a daughter want to fight over who gets this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You'll have to build two, wouldn't you?
Gets addicted, man. I can't stop doing it. As soon as it's just there and all,
yeah.
Just...
And I'm driving, when I reach for the launch control button, Kat's like, no. She just gets embarrassed because it's so childish. Nah, quality, man. Thanks for taking me for a spin.
Sweet, man.
Awesome machine.
It's all good. All the old fools are good, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's all good fun.
Yeah, what a machine. That was loads of fun. Sounds awesome on the twin Weber carbs. Now, as I mentioned on the way down here, Gary's actually got the perfect donor sump for me to send off to get converted to rear-wheel drive. And here it is, silver top Zetec sump with an F cast into it, which is what the company prefers that's going to be converting this for me. I think it's something to do with a mix of metals, I don't know. But they've asked for one with an F in it, and this one has got an F in it. So yeah, massive thanks for that, mate. I really appreciate it. That's the second of two that I need, so
that's it.
Yeah, nah, really happy with that, man. Thank you. I did forget to bring some bubble wrap with me though, so I think Kat's gonna have to hold that in between her legs. Alright, so as it turns out, got bubble wrap wrapped around the bonnet prop, so I can use that. The cat can still hold it in between her legs. Sweet. Alright, now we need to get out of Gary's way. We need to get out of Gary's parking space as well. But yeah, massive thanks for inviting us down, and massive thanks for the sump as well. And good luck on your future adventures with your Mordor. Hopefully see you at some shows or something later on in the year. But yeah, man, I'll speak to you soon on the internet anyway, no doubt.
That's it.
Cool, man. Well, what a top bloke Gary is, and what an awesome machine that Mk2 Escort is. I love how it's definitely one that probably upsets the anoraks a bit. And to be honest, I think I want to make a grille like his for Maud. I am planning to convert her to round headlights finally. I know loads of you have been saying that I should have done that ages ago. But yeah, maybe it's time to make my own custom grille for Maud. Maybe I could get a sheet of carbon fibre and then cut the headlight holes out of it and do something on the middle section. Obviously don't want to copy Gary's completely. But yeah, what do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. Custom MH grille for Maud. Now we're gonna pass through and visit Kat's parents, who were supposed to be utilising their new proper pizza oven that they've had installed in their garden, but it went a bit wrong and they've decided to order some pizza in instead. I'm blaming the pizza oven because your dad is officially the best Italian chef in London, so it can't be his fault. Unless your brother was doing it, because he's only the second best Italian chef in London, so... Was it your dad? Yeah. Yeah, it must be the pizza oven. Marco never fails. And we've hit traffic. I need my pizza, man. This traffic's no good. Super light flywheel life. Doesn't crawl very well in traffic. Start in seconds. Check out the proper pizza oven in Kat's parents' garden. Chef Jack doing his thing. Big bore straight through exhaust on it. Alright, so after a quick visit to Kat's parents, we've now left with bellies full of pizza. Got to go back to the garage to put Esther away and pick up Roger. and then drive home. I've just put some V-Power in INSTA. The fuel was a bit low. I probably would have had enough to get back to the garage, to be honest, but yeah, I just put a tenner's worth of V-Power in, so she's now got a little bit of rubbish fuel and a little bit of decent fuel. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next on the cars. Obviously still waiting to get the LSD back for Maud. Still got loads of little bits I want to fiddle about with on this car. I've actually got a couple of bits I want to look at on my dad's car as well. My dad's Mark III. But yeah, whatever else I do get up to with the cars next, I'll definitely let you know in a future video. But for now, I want to send another massive thanks out to Gary for inviting me down to check out his Mark II and for sorting me out that donor sump. So I'm going to end this video here. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Click subscribe if you're new and you want to keep up to date with all my future uploads, and check the links in the description to my social media. I'll also leave a link down there for my website for those of you that want to check out my regular blog posts or get your hands on some official Marcus Ace merchandise. I'll also, as always, leave a link to my newly launched Patreon in the description for any of you guys that want to support the channel in that way. Massive thanks to all my patrons. I really appreciate your support. I'll also leave my email address in the description for anyone who wants to contact me. But other than that, until next time, from me and my beautiful girlfriend Kat, thanks for watching.